If you made it this far in my journey, welcome. Thanks for hanging out. My name is Merlene, and I am an entrepreneur and beauty business connoisseur. I'm a full specialist in the state of Florida, meaning I specialize in nail care and skin care. When I started my business back in 2018, my whole intent behind it was to retire my mother and to create income for me to be able to stay at home with my child at the time. I only had one. It was my oldest. At the time I was working at my corporate America job. It was my 9 to 5. I had been there for 5 years. It was a resort out here in Orlando. I had started that job fresh out of college. I graduated college and moved back home, and that was like my first job that I landed, and I'd been with the company for 5 years at the time in 2018. And then I realized this isn't for me, this isn't it. Like, I need to be able to be more free in the schedule that I work and the free in what I do with my time. Especially after I had my first child, it was just like, I need to be a very present mother. That was always my goal at the end of the day, to be a very present mother. So I took it upon myself to collaborate with my own mother, who has been a licensed cosmetologist for longer than I've been alive, over 30 years. And she's been licensed in many states. She started off in down south Miami, Florida. After moving here with my father from Haiti back in '77. She got her first license in '82, and they have been from Florida to Massachusetts to New York and then back to Florida. So when she moved back to Florida, her first salon here in Orlando opened in 1997, and she's had her own salon ever since. 1997 to 2009, I believe, 2009, she fell ill. So she was not able to manage and run a store by herself, you know, with employees and stylists and whatnot. So she decided to give that up, and she bought a small house and decided to work out of that and just do her own clients and just work for herself. Not with the overhead costs and whatnot. You know, she turned the little house into a salon, and that just became the shop. So fast forward to 2018, I'm ready to quit my job, and I'm looking side to side like, okay, what's my next move? What is my next goal? Now, 2016 is when I had my daughter. That's when I really started to get the itch, like, this isn't for me. This isn't it. This isn't enough. I need to do more. So 2017, I took it upon myself to first go to hair braiding school, because I thought, okay, maybe if I learn to braid hair, you know, there's money there. I can, like, you know, build from that. I didn't like it. I hated it. And I got my hair braider license and was like, I don't know what I'm going to do with this. So later on that year, after I had my daughter, I actually ended up going back to school for nails, and said, let me try the nail part out, because, you know, looks cool enough. And I fell in love, and I loved it. And I was like, wow, I just didn't know I could be as creative. Like, I've never been a creative person. I just never thought I was a creative person. I was, you know, I never really was into arts and crafts or whatever in school. So, and I also studied political science. So that's not much creativity there. It's more so fact, and arguing points. So when I did that, I was like, wow, I can really do this. I'm like excited to do this, and I can like do this like as a passion, as a love. So I fell in love in nail school in 2017. I graduated in 2018, got my nail license 2018, and I quit my job. While I was in nail school, I started building up clientele. I piggybacked off my mom's shop, and her hair clients, just kind of started doing people from there, but, you know, not really building my own clientele, just kind of piggybacking and just making do. But in 2018, I knew it was time. It was time for me to leave. And I quit with, you know, just my nail license and not much clientele at the time. But my end goal was to open up a new salon. So 2018, I created Madam Gem's Beauty LLC. that is when we incorporated and I became partner with my mother to open up our own beauty salon and spa. So from that point on, I began the footwork of building a business, and boy, was it something. It started off with the paperwork, you know, filing the articles of incorporation and you know, state licenses and just getting the foundation built. After we did that, the next step was funding. We were able to pull together from our own savings enough to find a location and to put a deposit in first month's rent. So that was the goal. So we were looking for places. In the meantime, life is still happening. I ended up pregnant again with our second child, and we bought a house, and so much life happened. So in the meantime, while we're looking, you know, I was like, I need to find another job because, hello, money is still like a thing. Like, you need still money to pay for bills. But I was not going back to my corporate America job. And I was like, all right, now it's time. Let me find a job in something that I'm already doing. Let me find a job in nails and being a nail tech. So I ended up finding, I would think, one of the best jobs that I could have found as a nail technician, which was at an airport spa. And Orlando has an international airport, so we have little spas in the airport that they do manicure, pedicures, and massages. And it was honestly it was the best job I needed for the time being. So I needed something simple, part-time, so I could also focus on finding our place, building my own clientele outside of, you know, there, and just work. I need a steady job. I need a steady W-2 income. So I found the airport job, airport spa. I lasted there about a year, and we found our shop February 2019. So it's February 2019. We found the location that we knew was it. That's where we're going to build our shop. That's the one. It was a completely open shell unit. There was absolutely nothing on the inside. It was not an already built up salon and spa. So we had our work cut out for us. We're like, we're going to have to build this whole thing up and out. So February 2019, we started building. We started adding plumbing. We had to add a whole separate room for eventually like to be massage therapy or facial room, an esthetician room. So it was a lot of work put into the building that we did find. It took us till April 2019 to really complete, or at least to get to a point where we could open. So we're thinking, all right, boom, great. You know, we got everything up to code. We built everything out. It's been February, March, April, May, 3 months, or April, 2 months. Ordered stuff. We ordered, you know, units, and we had an electrical engineer. It was a lot of work put into building out that shop, Madam Gem's Beauty. And once we got to a place where we could apply for a license so we could start seeing clients, boom, another curveball in the business plan. They are not able to give us our license or issue us our license. Why? Because the landlord skipped out on doing whatever he had to do for the permits for the building. So our building is not up to code. Not us. The building is not up to code. This has nothing to do with me. I do not own the building. I'm renting. I'm a tenant. So we're sitting there waiting. So May comes. June comes. July comes. 3 months later, hey, any word, any update, what's going on? Nothing yet, still not up to code. So in the meantime, as we're waiting, there's multiple things happening. Our landlords, you know, hey, can we come in real quick? Hey, we need an inspection done. Hey, we need to do this. Oh, Orange County needs to come in. And we're like, what? Why was this not done before you know, made us pay a deposit and whatnot? Whatever, that's neither here nor there. It's in the past. So we finally get to October of 2019. And I'm like, is this it? Is this really it? October comes and we finally get word from the city of Belle Isle that our building has been cleared for our occupational license. So our occupational license has been issued, and then we finally make it to November 2019. We get our license from Orange County because stuff takes time. And then we're finally ready to officially open Madam Gem's Beauty. So we plan our grand opening out for January 2020 because, you know, we're going to start the new year off right. Start the new year off with this new business. Whoop-de-whoop. And then had a grand opening. It was great. It was magical. It was everything I could have imagined it to be. I was so booked and busy. It was crazy. I had never worked that much before in my life. And man, it was a good feeling. It was a good time. So we're getting the momentum going. February, you know, we got Valentine's Day specials going. It's great. Whoop-de-whoop. We're getting ready for spring break. March is coming up. We live in Orlando. People traveling from wherever to come to Disney. All right, boom. Dun, dun. You know what happens in March 2020, y'all. Fucking Rona. So, just when I was like, I'm gonna take off, COVID said, no, skirt. You're not taking nothing off of nowhere. You're gonna sit your black ass down at home. Just like everybody else in the world. You're gonna shut your business down that you just opened 2 months ago. So, I mean, nobody expects these things. Nobody expected COVID, number one. But the curveballs that happen in your business plan. So, like, when people always say, what is your business plan? I'm like, that's cute. Like, what is my, I used to be like, yo, business plan. But you always do need a business plan, yes. But baby, it's not set in stone. Nothing's set in stone in this world other than death, unfortunately, and taxes. But March was an interesting time. And you know what I did? I was like, okay, just open a business, literally have to shut the doors down by the end of March for 2 months. And so just when you think you have it all figured out, it's not. All right, so COVID came, shut down, business, boom. What am I gonna do, right? I'm gonna stay home and drink. That's what we finna turn up. Honestly though, COVID summer was a pretty lit summer. Like, husband was home, I was home, we was home with the kids. It was just like, you know, we went and bought swimming pools and a slip and slide, and it was like, we finna turn up because this is ghetto. It's ghetto here. So we got the clear to open back up, or May 2020, we're back, we're doing our thing. Oh wait, it was 2 months, not 2 weeks. Was it 2 weeks or 2 months? I don't know. It was a minute. We shut down for, obviously it was like 2 months. Anyway, it started to pick up, surprisingly, because, you know, in our industry, it's a hands-on, we have to be face-to-face, and everything that wasn't face-to-face was just booming, picking up. At this time, in hindsight, now I'm looking back like, why did I not start my e-commerce store then? But it's fine because, you know, I had literally just started my first baby. That's my first business. It's brick and mortar. That's the choice I decided to make. Let's move on. October was our best month. And October seems to be the month that everybody decides to do their nails. I guess because Halloween, they're going out, doing things. I don't know. That's what the trends say, though. I get the busiest in October. So, picking up, it was great. I went to school. I went back to school during this whole time in July of 2020 to go back for my esthetician license because I was like, look, I'm going to add stuff under my belt. So I just was like, I want to expand my service menu and add stuff to the shop, add more value to the shop. So I went back to esthetician school, or I went back to school for my esthetician license, and that was July 2020. I finished by was it December? No, I finished November 2020 because I was going I was almost full time, and I was taking appointments later at night or early in the morning while building my business, building the shop. And I had my oldest one in VPK at the time. And my baby, my second one, she's was 1 year old at the time. So I don't know how I did it. A lot of people ask, how do you do it? I don't know. I have a village. That's what it was. I had a village. I had people that I could rely on and count on, and that supported me in getting me. It was a team effort, getting us through this process. So between my husband, my mother, my in-laws, it takes a village. So November 2020, I'm pregnant again. Find out on Thanksgiving Day, and here's where the crazy really picks up. So business is getting good. Business is good. You know, I have employees in there, and we're working, and we have hair, we have nails, we have esthetician, you know, services, we have waxing and facials, and we're thriving. It's great. Another curveball, my pregnancy gets complicated. It's touch and go. I had to take some time off. So I had to be on bed rest starting March 2021. And that put a real damper on things. I was really not in a good headspace mentally. It was a dark place because I just had so much going on in my business that I felt like I had to recover from. COVID, I had to recover from. I just got my license. I'm trying to thrive. I'm trying to be the best me and have the best business and put so much into this that, you know, this is another curveball, another thing that's in my way, that I can't thrive. I have to stay at home and keep my baby in my belly. But, you know, that's what I had to do, and that's what it took. That's what it is. It's life. And from March until pretty much the end of pregnancy, I was out on bed rest, and he was born on June 30th. So now on bed rest for 3 months. I waited 1 month before I went back to work postpartum because I just couldn't wait anymore. When you have your own business, if you're not there, especially like a beauty salon, if you're not there, things just don't work and flow the way they should. Unfortunately, as you were there. So I get back to it. I'm back in there like the first week of August. And now my oldest is in kindergarten. My middle one's with me. She's 2. And I have this baby. And I'm back at work. 4 weeks out the gate. And I did not let up. Like, when I tell you, I went back and I decided I put everything back into my business of me. My heart, my soul, blood, sweat, and tears. I was there from like 9 a.m. to sometimes midnight. Just pounding out the days, the times, the people, the work, the growing, the employees, the just so much stuff that goes into running a business. And with a newborn and another child and one in kindergarten. So yeah, my life was like that from August, and mind you, my babies are with me at the shop too. Like I don't know how I did that. Sometimes I'm like, why did I did that? That's crazy. But yeah, we would all be there early in the morning, late at night, and that's what we had to do. I had to do what I had to do to make my business work by any means necessary. So like, you know, employee reviews, managing people, running payroll. Whew, I don't miss payroll days. So here we are. I decided to do a grand opening because I feel like our first grand opening was a little, I felt a little gypped because, you know, Lady COVID came through and smacked me up. So I said, all right, let's have a grand opening. We started redecorating September, and my brother had just moved back home at the time, and he was helping me like crazy. He was the one that actually kind of gave me the idea. He was like, you know, refresh the place up, like revamp it. And then, you know, so I was like, okay, decided to like paint and add more wall art and just like refreshing the place and make it feel like warm and welcoming. and cute and nice and the aesthetically pleasing. That's mostly it. Aesthetically pleasing, because, you know, you want to like what you see when you go into a place. And it was always clean and neat. I was never worried about it being clean. It was just like the aesthetics of it. So I did a relaunch. So we had a grand opening October 2021. And that was amazing. Another great day, great planning, great event. I had raffle prizes. And we had the same thing for the first grand opening. But these were more thought out prizes, and they were more worth people's time than koozies and cooler cans. But honestly, it was a good time. There were drinks, there was food, there was laughter. It was great. My whole staff was awesome. They really came through, helped me pull stuff together. And, you know, everybody met everybody. There was clients that didn't know we had certain stylists for like balayage, and, you know, it was a great event. And I was like, okay, this is going to work. Or, you know, we can do this. Like, I'm back from maternity leave. I'm back. We're revamping. We're on the up again. Bet. All right. So October, November, I had family vacation. December was amazing. That was the best sales month that we had. And we had finally broke even. We were out of the red. That was the very first month in this whole time that we were not in the red. Like, we had always been in the red, just a few $100s every month. And that was the first time we were not. We had made a profit. First month in the black. I was like, I'm gonna kill this. This year, ain't nobody gonna, 2022, can't nobody see me. Ain't nobody gonna see me, because I'm gonna be out here in my bag, in my pocket, honey, and in his too. January, well, actually in December, going into January, everybody and their mama had COVID. And I was like, dang, I thought we was over this. No, COVID ain't going nowhere. COVID ain't going nowhere. So literally everybody in our shop had COVID at the same time. So it's like a week worth, like, nobody's there. We had to cancel all our appointments. Nobody's there. And I'm like, this is fine. This is fine. So, you know, it is what it is. Once again, everybody has COVID. What are you going to do? Keep it moving. Shut down for a week and open back up when people are clear to work. So we were down for a week because, you know, certain people had it already, and then they were getting better while other people were like getting it, and it was getting worse for them. So thank God everybody's fine now. So boom, we're back. January, slow. January is already expected to be slow. So it was a slow month anyway, but to be completely shut down, I had to cancel appointments. Nobody ever wants to do that. So that happened. So February comes, we start, you know, getting back up again. Valentine's Day, we had our Valentine's Day special. It was great. It was cool. It was fun. And then March. I hope you guys are following along. March 8th. 2022. I said 21. March 8th, 2022. Was a day my life had changed. So get a call from my landlord. I didn't pick up because I was traveling back to town from next city over like an hour away. And I got a text when I got home saying that there was an accident at the building. Call me back when you have a chance. And I'm like, an accident? Okay. It can mean anything. So I call her back and I'm like, hey, just got your missed call and text. What's going on? And she proceeds to inform me that a utility truck was the exact words. Utility truck hit the building and the restaurant side. So we're in the middle, picture for reference. There's one on the left, one on the right, and we're in the middle. There's a restaurant to the side of us, depending on how you're looking at it. I'm not going to say left or right. And she says there is a utility truck that hit that side of the building. So they had to shut the electricity and the water off, but your unit is fine. I'm like, okay. So we get there, and oh my gosh. When I tell y'all, this lady, I'm thinking, there's a truck that hit the side, you know, maybe knocked a few bricks off the wall on the side of the building. No. A tow truck the size of Mount Everest. No, I'm just kidding. It's not that big. A tow truck ran through the middle of the building where we work out of. Not the side, not a corner, not a little through the middle, y'all. Fam, through the middle. The building. The middle. So, tow truck in the building. Yeah. We are shut down indefinitely. Madam Gem's Beauty is shut down indefinitely. Do you guys know what indefinitely means? It means until no further notice. Because we don't know. Because we can't. I give up. I give up. I give up. No, I don't give up. Because I ain't no quitter. I'm a boss ass bitch. So no, I don't give up. Okay. But, you know, God has been moving a lot of things around in my life in a way that it's in my favor, but it's hard for me to realize it's in my favor. But I know it's in my favor because I know it's what's for the best. Now, mind you, I'm telling you guys, I was going hard. I didn't have time to stay at home and be with my kids like I should have. I didn't have time to stay at home and heal like I should have postpartum. I didn't have time for a lot of things because I put so much into Madam Gem's Beauty that it almost consumed me and my family. No, not almost. It did consume me and my family and my kids. It was so much a part of my kids' life. They just knew that's, oh, the mommy's working. As well as my husband. My husband's always working as well. So it was like, all right, we're going to stop that right there. You did good. You did great. Pat on the back to you, but we're going to lay this one to rest and move forward. So what happened with the building was the tow truck ran on to the restaurant side. It did not touch our side, but since the building's infrastructure was compromised, the roof was compromised, it was deemed condemned by the city of Belle Isle Police Department. And yeah, we could not work out of the building. We could not work out of the building anymore. So we had to close up shop. We grabbed a U-Haul, packed all our stuff, and it's still in storage now as I speak. And picking up the pieces, literally right after the accident. So now that's been 2 months. And I'm back on my journey of entrepreneurship. I had to take a break because it was, I have to figure out what works for me and my family now. When I started Madam Gems, we were in a different place. I was in a different place in my life. I was not the same person I was back in 2018. So now 2022 me, I'm working smarter, not harder. I'm working to where I have the quality time to spend with my family and to raise my kids the way I wanted to when I first started this journey. That was my idea. And I feel like I lost sight of that idea a lot just because I was trying to just make the bottom line. And it became less and less fun and not as rewarding. And I think that's the point of entrepreneurship. That's why we're all doing what we do. We want to have a better quality of life and have more time with our loved ones. And I lost sight of that. I'm starting to realize that now. So God was like, no, let me get that back. You did good. I'm not going to take it all away. You're going to rebuild, but you gonna rebuild. And it's like, what? So, yeah, I'm back on it. I'm back on my grind. I'm back on my ish. And if you made it this long, thanks for staying tuned. But this is just something real quick to get y'all to understand where I'm coming from a little bit, and to never give up, never quit, don't stop. And I want to take y'all all along with me on this journey so you can kind of see, because so many people always ask, how do I do it? I don't know how I did it. Most of the stuff I did before, it was a lot though. It was a little too much, like even for me. Like I'm a lot, but that was a lot. So yeah, come on me with this journey, you know. I don't know what you might get from it. You might learn a lot. You might not learn nothing. You might just want to be nosy. I don't care. But, you know, if you here, subscribe, hit the like button, all that good stuff that YouTube be doing, you know. So stay tuned.